Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Hey, neighbor.
Hi, neighbor.
Citywide cleanup here in Broken Bow coming up.
Good.
On the 17th of May. And I got a lot of stuff. And I won't be around on that day. And as a good neighbor, I figured maybe I could just bring the stuff over and pile it in your driveway. And hopefully you could get it down to the park and get it dispersed properly for Joan and I.
Sure.
We have an obligation.
Yeah, would love to.
I'm going to say about a truckload.
Okay.
Semi-truckload.
All right.
And we'll put it there in your drive. Which side do you want me to put it on?
Probably the west.
West side. Okay.
Yeah, that way it won't be behind Shelly's car she's trying to pull out.
I don't want to mess up Shelly because I have a special dedication for her today anyway.
Yeah.
Just because I want to stay on Shelly's good side, I'll park on the west, and I'll dedicate a song to her a little bit later.
Okay. I'll try to get, and if for some reason I can't get it to the site where they're collecting everything, I'll make sure it gets back over to your driveway.
Well, the whole idea, neighbor, is to get it to its location, and I'd even offer.
Well, I'll try my best, but you know how things are. If for some reason I don't get to it, I'll make sure that the stuff gets returned to you.
Well, here, let's just get it worked out. I'll lend you the trailer that's out back here that you can. In fact, we're taking the little car. We're taking the little because it gets better gas mileage. So
Sure.
You can use my rig that has the hitch on it with the trailer, and that way you can haul yours and mine.
Oh, wow. You're all heart.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm always trying to do the neighborly thing.
Okay.
And I know Mom down there in Arkansas is proud of me, and maybe my mom is here. But anyway, that's what I'd like to do for you, neighbor.
Thanks, Dave. Sounds like what you want me to do for you, but either way you want to spin it.
Well, I'm not spending anything. This way you get the trailer, you get my car, you get your stuff cleaned up, and just load mine in. There's going to be some heavy stuff, but that, I've had back surgery years ago, and I don't want to have to go through that again.
Well, do you mind if I ask this?
Yeah.
If you're going to go to all the trouble of hooking up the trailer and everything, why don't you just put your stuff in the trailer, and then I will go get your trailer and then take it to the site for you? Why in the world would you move all of your stuff over to my place, dump it, then hook up your trailer, bring the trailer over, and make me load it all into the trailer?
Well, I figured you'd want to use the trailer for your needs too.
Well, yeah, I'm sure I can
and
find enough.
I'll have more than one load.
What?
I'll have more than one load. Like I said, it's about a semi-load full, and that trailer's going to take, that's going to take 5-6 loads.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
It's International Nurses Day today.
Is it?
Yes, celebrating worldwide the anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birth in 1820. I thought we just did this, but I guess this is International Nurses Day today.
Okay.
Maybe that other one was national. I don't know. Anyway, an annual Gallup poll has ranked nursing as the most honest and ethical profession in the United States every year for nearly 2 decades. And there's good reason for that. They're good. Mm-hmm. They help people, and they help the doctors, and they help the staff members. And there's a very good reason why nurses' shoes aren't made to be cute. They're not stylish a lot of times, but they're on their feet an average of 4 to 5 miles every shift.
Wow.
So there you go. A National Limerick Day today, if you want to do some limericks.
Oh, okay.
And a Women's Checkup Day, part of the National Women's National Week, focusing on the importance of routine doctor visits, catching potential problems before they get out of control. Now, have you heard of the Webby Awards?
The Webbies.
The Webby Awards.
Nah, I had no idea what you're talking about.
Tonight's the 29th Annual Webby Awards, a.k.a. the Oscars of the Internet.
Oh, boy.
I bet there's a lot of those because there's so much on internet anymore as far as movies and such. The Webbies honor the year's best podcasts, internet videos, online movies, and whatever else gets people clicking. And of course, you can stream it on the Webbies website. Wow, I didn't know there was such a thing. The best part is the acceptance speeches cannot be longer than 5 words total.
Wow, 5 words.
5 words.
Oh, man, you said 5. I figured 5 minutes. 5 words. Hey, I kind of like that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom and Dad. There you go.
That would do
See
it.
ya.
That would do it. Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different shorties you could use. The NBA draft is going to get underway tonight. They
Oh,
go
really?
ahead. They go ahead and have that before they ever finish the season, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Gosh, that should be into August.
Yeah, well, they about have to do it now. Otherwise, it'd be the start of next season.
That's true. Birthdays today. If you're celebrating a birthday, you're celebrating with Tony Hawk. Skateboarder, Birdman pioneered modern vertical skateboarding. He was the first skateboarder to land a 900, completing 2.5 midair revolutions. He's 57 now.
Ah.
I got a big poster of him on my bedroom wall.
Oh, really? You're a Tony Hawk fan, huh?
Well, the kids were.
Oh,
And I took
okay.
over the bedroom after
I
they
see.
left.
And left the poster up.
Yep. Let's see here. Emily Van Camp, 39, plays Sharon Carter in the Marvel Universe. Also starred in the TV drama Revenge. Jason Biggs is 47, best known for his starring roles as Jim in the American Pie films.
Mm-hmm.
Which character did he play to you? Could you?
He was Eugene Levy's son. He was one of the main characters.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Emilio Estevez is 63 today. The 80s Rat Packer broke out playing Andy Clark in the Breakfast Club and played Gordon Bombay in the Mighty Ducks films and TV series. And Billy Squire, ladies and gentlemen. Billy
Oh, wow.
Squire is 75 today. Billy Squire, 75 years today. Billy Squire, 75 years old today. The rocker has many hits, including Stroke, My Kind of Lover, and Rock Me Tonight, the one we just played for you here on this Monday morning. Graduates, congratulations to all of you who had your graduations this past weekend, and all you parents and grandparents and brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts and all the people who gathered, friends. Hope that you had a great weekend. It was probably one of the warmer weekends that people can remember for a while for graduation, and Broken Bow happened to have their graduation outside this year due to the fact that the gym is under reconstruction, and there was a little breeze once in a while. But for this time of year, and people just aren't used to this kind of heat, just like it was 90, right? You wrote down 90, I think, on Saturday afternoon, or 89.
Yeah, I think Jack was the one that did that. Okay. It was on our weather sheet. I think the airport had 87 for the high.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
that's an hourly reading, so it could have been 89 between
for sure
hours.
Yeah, and, it got warm.
Yeah, 89 on a May day. Whew. But it is dry out there. Red flag is up today. Very serious. And yesterday, I hope, didn't hear of any fires, but that wind was blowing yesterday, and it's so dry. So another red flag day today. Keep that in mind. All right, let's see here. I have the Prairie Pioneer menu. Let me get that. It's on this stack of papers here. And just redneckin', love making. There it is.
What?
Conway Twitty.
Oh.
Hello, darling. Prairie Pioneer Telegram is what their monthly paper is. Huh. And in that is the menu, and we have it in our hands. Today, on this 12th day, they're having goulash, peas, and fruit. And the number to call, if you would like to come and eat and haven't done that for a while, or you're bringing somebody with you, they'd like to know, call them at 872-6121. Call that same number to set up home delivery. And May is Older American Month this year. They're flipping the switch on aging, so they invite you to join them at the Prairie Pioneer Center any day for lunch. And on the 15th of this month, they have a fun event along with lunch called Name That Song. That's one of their activities in the month of May. Month of May. Okay. Let me check my list, Brent.
Okay.
Grocery cart specials, you have those lined up?
Got to go get them. They're printed out, but they're on my desk.
Okay, well, we don't need to get to that yet.
Okay.
Save your energy for that.
Thank you.
Let's play the game.
All right, here we go. Questions about days in May that may or may not have changed the world. Here's her question for today. The German airship, the Hindenburg, crashed on May 6th, 1937. The question is, where did the disaster take place? Where did the Hindenburg crash at? Was it Roosevelt Field in New York, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, or Lakehurst, New Jersey? The German airship, the Hindenburg, crashed on May 6, 1937. Where did the disaster take place? Was it Roosevelt Field in New York, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, or Lakehurst, New Jersey? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
At Team Physical Therapy, we offer extended hours 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and walk-ins are always welcome because we feel convenience couldn't be more important when it comes to your health. Even further, we can visit you in-home for physical therapy if you can't make it to our office. From pre- and post-pregnancy pain to dry needling and everything in between, call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or visit us at myteampt.com. It's your choice. Choose right. Choose Team Physical Therapy.
And we have Bill on the line. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Dave.
Oh man, is it dry out there? Is it dry everywhere?
It is very dry.
Oh
yeah.
man. Have you planted some corn and so forth?
Yeah, and I've been running pivots trying to get things wet enough to come through the ground.
Yeah. Well, wish you the best of luck there. There is some rain in the forecast down the road here a piece, so hopefully we can get to that point. Get some.
It always rains after that long dry spell.
Yeah, that's right, Bill. You're correct. We should give you a prize for that. Here's Brent with the question.
Okay, Bill. The Hindenburg crashed on May 6, 1937. The question is, where did the disaster take place at? Was it Roosevelt Field, New York, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, or Lakehurst, New Jersey?
I think it was Lakehurst, New Jersey.
It was Lakehurst, New Jersey. You got it. And because you've answered correctly, got a certificate that's going to get you a free Blizzard at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow. So come on in and see us when you can.
You bet. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
you.
Bill. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
7:49 is your time. Another birthday to celebrate this morning. Steve Winwood is celebrating a birthday today.
Yeah, I like Steve Winwood.
And he is...
Was he with Traffic
yeah,
at one time?
Traffic.
He was, okay.
Yep. Many years ago when he was first starting, he performed with Eric Clapton. And a number of years ago now, it's been a while, they finally got back together and played some tour dates together. It was fantastic. Happened to be lucky enough to see Steve Winwood and Eric Clapton together. Oh my goodness, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, he started in the music business at like 15 or 16. So he's been performing for a long time. He's 77 years old today. So happy birthday to Steve Winwood here on The Breakfast Show. This one's called A Different Light on KCNI, KBBN. On the Breakfast Show, 77 years young today. Always love Steve Winwood's music because he always has a lot of B3 organ in it. Sounds great. Specials at the grocery cart, ladies and gentlemen, are aplenty. And with those specials, or at least some of them, is Mr. Brent Apperson.
All right, here's your ad for this week from the grocery cart. Runs today through May 18th. In the meat department, fresh 93% diet lean ground beef is $5.98 a pound. Boneless pork chops are $2.78 a pound. New York strip steaks, $16.98 a pound. And grocery cart's own homemade pork sausage is $3.48 a pound this week. 2.5 pound bag, Best Choice all natural boneless skinless chicken breast fillets, $5.98. Fresh frozen Best Buy bone-in whole chicken fryers are $1.88 a pound. Van de Kamp's breaded or battered fish, the boxes are on sale for $5.98. Smithfield's smoked sliced bacon, $4.98 for the package. Fairbury hot dogs are on sale for $4.98. Hillshire Farm smoked sausage ropes, 2 for $7. And Bar S corn dogs, the boxes are on sale for $6.98. In the dairy department, Crystal Farms shredded cheese, 2 for $5. Daisy sour cream, the 8-ounce tubs, $1.35. Brummel and Brown spread, 15-ounce tubs, for $15. Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese cups are $3.98. Crystal Farms cracker cut cheese, 2 for $6. And Kemp's French onion dip, the 16-ounce tubs, are on sale for $2.30. Other specials this week, Tropicana orange juice, the 46-ounce bottle, $4.48. In the frozen food section, Red Baron pizzas are $3.98. Banquet classic dinners, 3 for $5. Totino's pizza rolls, $8.98 for the package. Hungry Man classic entrees are $3.98. And what would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, you would go to Grocery Cart and buy them. The 6-count packages are on sale for $3.98. Other grocery savings, Nabisco Oreos, 2 for $6. Frito-Lay Cheetos, $3.98. Village Hearth hamburger or hot dog buns, $2.98. Campbell's tomato or V8 juice, 2 for $7. Hellman's mayonnaise on sale, $5.98 for the jar. Hunt's Squeeze ketchup bottles are on sale for just 98 cents this week. In the produce section, sweet and juicy navel oranges, 4-pound bag, $4.98. Cosmic apples, 98 cents a pound. Vidalia onions, 98 cents a pound. 8-ounce package of fresh jam sliced white mushrooms, 2 for $4. Grape tomatoes, get 2 for $4. Large avocados, 2 for $4. Fresh red bell peppers are 98 cents each, and fresh slicing cucumbers are 58 cents each. That's in the produce section. Other store-wide savings this week, Quaker Cap'n Crunch or Life cereal is on sale, $2.98 for the box. Prego pasta sauce, 2 for $5. Cremette dry pasta, 5 for $5. Vlasic sauerkraut, the big 32-ounce jars are on sale for $2.98. Act 2 microwave popcorn, the 3-count package, $1.98. La Choy sweet and sour or orange sauce, $2.38. Some of the specials in the fresh deli department this week will be sliced-to-order Kretschmar off-the-bone ham for $7.98 a pound and sliced-to-order Kretschmar provolone cheese, $6.98 a pound. Those are just some of the specials you're going to find this week at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. It is Neck Day. That is the
Neck.
the body part that we're going to be highlighting today is neck.
Wow. Okay. All
And
right.
I noticed as I was looking for neck songs,
Redneck Girl.
yeah, there's one of them.
Yeah.
There are no rock songs with neck.
No, really?
No, they're all country songs.
All country songs.
Gosh,
okay.
I wonder why.
And I bet a majority of them are about redneck.
You are correct. Here's Alan Jackson. It's all right to be a redneck.
Bom, 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 bom.
CBS News Brief. Markets have responded in a big way to a U.S.-China trade deal. Dow futures are up over 1,000 points with the announcement that both sides agreed to a reduction of tariffs for at least 90 days. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
Overall, a lot of optimism, but still uncertainty because this isn't the end deal in terms of what it's going to look like.
Ukrainian President Zelensky says he'll be in Turkey on Thursday and challenges Russian President Putin to also show up for ceasefire negotiations.
I hope that this time Putin will not look for reasons why he cannot do something. We are ready to talk to end the war.
CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports on yet another big issue at New Jersey's biggest airport.
For the third time in less than 2 weeks, a system outage at the FAA facility handling flights coming in and out of Newark Airport. This latest outage only adding to the ripple effect of delays and cancellations due to the ongoing FAA staffing issues.
CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KOLN, a fire in South Lincoln caused around $410,000 in damage on Sunday. Lincoln Fire and Rescue was called to a fire near 31st and Sherman at 1:37 p.m. According to LFR, the fire started on the back porch of a 2-story house, then spread into all levels of the house. LFR says the fire was caused after a leaf burning spread from a portable outdoor stove to the house. The fire also spread to an adjacent house and garage, however, it only caused minor damage to the 2 structures. No injuries were reported due to the fire, but 5 people were displaced. LFR said the fire caused $410,000 in damages. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
The Florida Panthers tie the series with the Toronto Maple Leafs at 2 games apiece, and with a Game 4 win, 2-0 over Toronto. The Dallas Stars beat the Winnipeg Jets 5-2. They had 3 third-period goals to break that 2-2 tie. They'll take a 2-1 series lead. In the NBA, the Cavaliers beat the Pacers 129-109 in the game they led by 41 at the half. Pascal Siakam, the leader, with 21 points. Miles Turner added 20. The Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Denver Nuggets 92-87 to tie that series at 2 games apiece. Game 5 going back to Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the Thunder in points with 25 points and 6 rebounds. Nikola Jokic adds 27. The Colorado Rockies have announced they fired manager Bud Black. The Rockies right now 7-33 on the year. I'm Martin Weiss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A red flag warning begins at 11 a.m. today and remains in effect until 9 p.m. tonight. Ample sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 87. Winds out of the south, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lows dip down to about 54. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 88. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8:06 is your time. Let's go outside with Jack Simpson and find out what it really feels like. Jack?
Well, good morning. I'm out back again. 61 degrees outside with sunny skies. It's a nice and windy breeze, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 2994, humidity at 55%. Once again, those winds out of the south from 10 to 15 miles per hour. No rain in the last 24 hours. The precipitation for this month will stay 3400s. High yesterday of 86, overnight low of 48. Sunrise today was at 6:22 and sunset today 8:47. The eggs are still there, and I don't think the girls are lying because I did find a tiny, tiny piece of snakeskin.
A tiny piece?
Yeah,
Yep.
what?
A little, I don't know, it's a snakeskin, but it's not all there. It's just small.
Oh.
Well, it would be off a little snake then?
Probably.
Okay. A little snake skin.
Yep.
All right.
And I have more golf balls for rent.
Hey, wonderful. Yeah. What kind are they?
Just white ones. There's a super soft and a Strixon.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, those are good. All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
White ones.
White
golf balls.
Well, there are many colors now.
There are actually, yes. Yeah.
So we have a small snake skin, according to Jack, and that is near the blue robin eggs, evidently.
Yeah, I don't know. This is interesting.
The saga continues.
Yeah.
Will the snake get the eggs?
Maybe the picture of that snake we were sent that was discovered out back, maybe it's a mama and it's having babies.
Well, that's a wonderful thought.
Maybe we've got a whole family back there.
Well,
I'm sure the girls just love to hear that.
Snakes do have babies.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I know last year we talked about this. Jack almost caught a very small snake. Now, I can't imagine that snake's as small this year as it was last year. But I guess we'll have to see. I don't know that we have that many snakes back there, but I wish Jack would kind of like do what some of the government does and suppress some news here.
Yeah. Sometimes there is such a thing as too much information. Yes, exactly.
It's neck day. In most cases, redneck day. Here's the Bellamy Brothers singing about that redneck girl.
to normal can be a long process. The trained personnel at Central Nebraska Diesel are ready to assist you in getting your irrigation system back in running order. With a variety of services available, equipment, and repair parts, Central Nebraska Diesel can provide the help you need. Working together with Central Nebraska Diesel and Ranke will ensure your irrigation needs are met. Contact Central Nebraska Diesel, your local Ranke dealer, and see what they can do for you.
Duda Plumbing, the guys you want when you need a new septic system or your existing system needs a good pumping. With Scott and Colton boasting over 40 years of experience, they know a thing or two about keeping things flowing smoothly. Don't wait until your backyard or basement smell like a swamp. Get on their schedule for a pump every 2 years. For the really tough spots, their sewer camera can spy on what their eyes can't catch. For over 40 years, Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all. With top quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
8:13 is your time. Thanks for listening. We have a couple of things we want to tell you about. One of those is the Household Hazards Waste Collection that's put on by the Lexington Area Solid Waste Agency. And they are doing this at no charge to you. It's a free service. The Lexington Area Solid Waste Agency is with the Nebraska Department of Environment and Energy's Waste Reduction and Recycling Incentive Grants Program. So this is part of that. Coming up on Saturday, March 31st, from 8 until 11 a.m., they are going to be taking in lots of different items that you cannot dispose of very easily, very often. Now, they're located on 76460 Highway 21. Out our way on Highway 21 outside of Lexington, north of Lexington, where the Solid Waste Agency is located, and they'll accept yard and garden chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, flammables, paints and thinners, auto products, used oil, antifreeze, household products and cleaning chemicals, mercury and batteries, lead acid or rechargeable titanium, nickel, and fluorescent light bulbs. Also accepted, and they do have some things they will not accept. They will not accept infectious waste and needles, radioactive waste, asbestos, oil or paint, things like that. No computers will be accepted either, but there is a list there of things that you can dispose of properly that you cannot do very often anywhere. The materials should be delivered to the collection site in sturdy, disposable containers and labeled according to the contents and be no larger than 5 gallons or 50 pounds. The HHW program reserves the right to reject any materials. If you have questions on the materials accepted, call this number, 308-324-3351, and talk to them about it. Or you can also call the Retrofit Environmental at 507-837-2068. And give them a call. That's on Saturday, May 31st, 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. A small window there, but an open window to take in some of those items that you can't get rid of anywhere else.
This Thursday, it'll be the third Thursday of the month, and every third Thursday of the month, they celebrate at Rustic and Red in Cozad with their Sip and Shop. So come join them this Thursday. Sales will run during the day from 10 to 7. The sipping will start at 4 o'clock on Thursday. A lot of sales going on. A chance to register for their door prize will run all day, so be listening for more information on their exciting sales as third Thursday gets closer. It's coming up this week at Rustic and Red in downtown Cozad.
It's neck day today.
All right.
And according to country songs, there's only one neck.
And it's red.
It's a red one. Here's Johnny Russell.
There's no place that I
Broken Bow, they care about your health and your wallet. Save big with Lita brand products like 24-hour allergy relief comparable to Allegra, or all-day allergy tablets comparable to Zyrtec, but for less. Same trusted ingredients, affordable prices. Struggling with dry, itchy, allergy eyes? Blink Eye Drops offers soothing relief you can trust. And for complete eye health, grab Ocuvite or Preservision Eye Supplement Soft Gels. Swing by Varney Pharmacy today. Your neighborhood pharmacy with big savings on the brands you trust.
May is Beef Month, and we're celebrating big. Win a quarter of beef, a 7 cubic foot freezer, and 3 bold bearded hog barbecue seasonings in our grand prize giveaway. Second and third place snag an 8-pound prime rib and savory steer seasoning. Register all May at participating local businesses or by tuning in to The Breakfast Show. Get full contest details at sandhillsexpress.com. Don't wait. Beef up your chances to win today.
8:20. Nebraska Land Hearing right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, right here in Custer County is here for you. And we are very lucky to have a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in our communities. And if you're struggling with your hearing and are worrying about missing out on conversations with family and friends and gatherings, stop in or make a call and set something up with Roxanne. I would imagine many of you probably were in rooms and with groups this past weekend due to the graduations and Mother's Day gatherings and so forth, and kind of scratching your head as to why am I just nodding my head and smiling because I'm not hearing what's going on. That may not mean that you have a loss of hearing. It may mean that the room has a lot of acoustic bounce to it and it's just a steady roar when people talk. But you might want to check that out because you're going to be missing out on some wonderful things in life if you can't hear what's going on. So a free hearing evaluation is available with free office calls and big discounts for new and returning patients for buying local and pricing that fits all budgets and also all technologies available. Maybe you don't need the fanciest. Maybe you just need an improvement. Check it out with Roxanne. Give her a call at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. And she will get back to you if you call and you get her answering machine. She's very good about getting back and getting things set up. 308-384-3852. She's located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, so stop in there as well.
You are all invited to the grand opening of Stitched by Jessie Rose Quilt Shop. It'll be opening in Taylor, Nebraska, coming up on May 17th. That'll be their grand opening. They'll be opening at 9 o'clock on that morning. Free gift for the first 20 customers. Refreshments available. So stop on into their new space, discover new favorites, and enjoy the community that makes it feel like home. Also offering 15% off during the day. It's Stitched by Jessie Rose Quilt Shop, the grand opening coming up at 202 Charles Street in Taylor, Nebraska on May 17th, opening at 9 o'clock that morning.
All right, we'll take a quick time out. Be right back.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
Hey, this is Andrew from Rise Rehab and Performance. It's that time of year we want to get out and enjoy the nice weather. Walking, running, yard work, gardening. Whatever the case, that increased activity unfortunately means some of us are going to have some troubles. Foot pain, hip pain, low back pain. Hopefully not all of it. But at Rise Rehab and Performance, we're set up to help you out. We can get you back active and enjoying this nice weather. So come visit us on West Highway 2 or call us at 872-5800.
Hey, so you're a hardworking individual with no direct deposit. Not a problem. You still deserve free checking. Come visit us at any Nebraska State Bank location in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna. We'll help you choose an account that best suits you and your current needs. No direct deposit needed. You'll even get free online and mobile banking because you deserve it. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Today, we're going to give you a chance to text in to register for a chance to win the May Beef Month giveaway, which is a quarter of beef with roasts and steaks and hamburgers and a deep freeze to store it in, plus 3 bottles of delicious bearded hog barbecue seasonings. Second and third place, not too shabby. Each will win an 8-pound prime rib roast and a bottle of bearded hog barbecue seasoning to cook it up right. And we'll be giving you a chance later in the show to text in and register that way. Or when you're out and about, there are places that you can register, like Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley, Moshka's Building Center and Greenhouse in Arcadia, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Agribest Feeds in Callaway, RTA's Hardware, Gateway Motors, Grocery Cart, the Garden Center, Evans Feed in Broken Bow, and Evans Feed also has registration in Oconto as well, and Chapin's Interiors Square One Boutique here in town, and at Sargent Corner Market. There's registration containers there. Put your name and number in there and give yourself a chance to win those great beef prizes. May the beef be with you is the theme this year, but we'll give you a chance later to text in. We got a question for you.
All right.
Pretty
Good.
open-ended question. It's more of a choice thing, but will be interesting to find out what people think about that question.
Ah, there you go.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that there are supplemental health insurance policies that enhance your coverage? Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. You're used to hearing me talk about annual enrollments, Medicare, and private health insurance, but dental, vision, accident, cancer, and hospital indemnity plans are available year-round. These affordable coverages can help ease the financial burden when the unexpected happens. Give Lori or myself a call at 308-836-2201 or stop into the office in Callaway or Broken Bow.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the May hours for the Secret Garden. They're open every day in May. Weekdays 11:30 to 4:30, Saturday 8:30 to 4:30, Sunday 1 to 4. The variety of annual plants and succulents are beautiful and ready to brighten any space, and they'd love to plant your pots for you. Don't forget you can check out the Secret Garden inventory online at thesecretgardenonline.com. And remember them for sympathy and memorial gifts too. Luke 1 verse 37 says, "For nothing will be impossible with God." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
We're back. This is Christine Moniger, and on behalf of all of us at Culligan Water Conditioning, I have some great news. We have officially moved back to our original location at 214 South 5th Avenue, right here in Broken Bow. It's been nearly 10 months since the storm tried to wash us out, and while the rebuilding process wasn't always smooth, we made it through, thanks to the incredible support, patience, and encouragement from our customers, our community, our friends, and our family. There is a new roof. The doors are open, the lights are on, and we're home, right where we belong, and we are ready to continue doing what we do best, delivering dependable water solutions and the trusted service you've always counted on. We're back, and we're not going anywhere. Stop by and see us at 214 South 5th Avenue. Culligan, better water starts here.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere, because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
8:29. Brent.
Yes, Dave.
A question for you and the listeners out there. How far do we want to go with science, and in this case, AI? Now, there's some things that are scary about it. And when you first hear some of the things that they're planning on using AI for, it sounds kind of exciting. And this next thing I think some people would be excited about. There is now AI that is being worked on and will soon be available that will in some ways, if not always, let you understand what your pet is meowing about or barking about.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. I at first I thought, well, that'll be great. That'll be cool because, sometimes it would be nice to know what they're thinking.
Uh-huh.
But, cats, for instance, they're kind of independent, selfish animals sometimes. They only seem to really care if they want to sit on your lap if it's cold and they want the heat. They're not really like a dog who wants to make you happy or so happy to be with you that the tail is wagging.
Now, you're around cats a lot more than I am or have been.
Yeah.
Are they, especially the house cat, they kind of selfish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. And they think you have nothing else to do but open and shut the door when they decide they want to go out or in. They just think, well, I'll stand by the door and it'll eventually open because she or he's going to open it for me.
Yeah.
Or they'll be looking in for an hour, looking at you. I want in. And then they get in for a little while and maybe I want to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's that. But if they could talk through AI, they could, communicate.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Do you
that's a
always
good thing.
want to know what they're thinking?
You want to know what a cat's thinking? Really?
Don't know.
Well, our dogs bark and squeak, and most of the time we have no idea what they want. Scientists at a Chinese company have applied for a patent whereby they would use artificial intelligence to translate animal noises into human language. Their goal is to use AI to analyze animal sounds, body language, and behavior, then determine the appropriate emotion and convert that emotion into a target language like Chinese or English. The company was one of the first major Chinese companies to invest in AI. So now they're working on helping you understand what your animal noise is meaning.
So how does that work? I mean, AI translates all that stuff and it goes to an app on your phone.
It probably talks to you.
And then you read it, or are they going to attach a speaker to the collar of the dog and then it just starts talking to you?
Well, it probably would come through your app on your phone.
Yeah, well.
Your dog's tail's wagging and,
yeah.
He's jumping up and down and the app would
So when your dog barks, then you would get like a notification or whatever, right? And you could read what the dog is saying.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm if you don't let me out, I'm going to poop on your carpet, sort of thing,
Yep.
Good morning, sir.
Hi. I don't know. Am I in the right place?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Brian Palmer is here from Runza. Yes, you're in exactly the right place, right on time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
We were just reading about this Chinese company that is developing artificial intelligence that will translate what your dog or cat is trying to say.
Yeah, what they're barking about.
I think that's okay.
But I'm not sure that's a good thing because cats, for instance, they're kind of selfish. They kind of, let me in, let me out.
Oh.
I don't care about you unless I need something. It's kind of a cat.
I've always said, a cat's facial expression always says, maybe I'll poop in that box and maybe I won't today. I'll decide.
Yeah, it's my decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to hear that? I don't know. Dogs will be kind of fun, but I think it's kind of nice to kind of interpret their tails wagging in their bark. I don't know.
What a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, has Runza had discussions at the corporate meetings about using AI in ways so far?
No.
That's good.
No.
I think that's good.
That's not us at all.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when we got our remodel done here a couple months ago, one of our initial requirements was for us to install a self-order kiosk.
Oh, I see.
And it didn't go over well between Kevin and Joyce and I.
Yeah.
And it was kind of one of the things. Well, if we have to do it, we have to do it. And we kept talking about it, and we didn't like it. And we're gonna play by the rules. but after a lot of communication and tell them that we are about customer service and we want to say hello to our customers, and then the fact that I'm not quite 50 yet and I won't use one of those things.
Well,
I'll raise my hand
do
too,
you
right?
mind if I share a story with you? I was headed
No, not at all.
I was headed to Lincoln
Mhm.
and pulled off at another town to grab a
Mhm.
bite to eat,
Mhm.
and went into an establishment
Mhm.
that
Yep.
you had to order. You had to order that way.
Yep.
And there was an older couple who they were. I just felt terrible for them. They
Mhm.
had absolutely no idea
Mhm.
what to do. They wanted to go and just give someone their order,
Mhm.
and they were told, no, you have to use. I actually helped them
Yeah.
get their order in so that they could get served. But
Mhm.
they, I felt terrible for them. I mean, they were just completely out of their element, and it goes right back to what you said about serving the customer.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
good for you.
Yeah, we threw our heels in a little bit, and we don't have one. So, it's AI. I don't think is part of our game plan, and I am sure there are some AI benefits that I don't know about that may help us be more efficient or something like this. But anytime it takes away an opportunity to tell a customer thank you,
Yeah.
it doesn't play for me or Kevin or runs as a whole. I would say,
Yeah.
you know,
I could understand that. We were in our last vacation. We got plane delayed and all that stuff.
This wasn't the couple you were trying to help, is it?
What? Oh, Dave and Joe. No.
Okay. This is a different
That's
vacation.
what-
Okay.
I do want to
Okay,
say though,
okay.
the lady, I got a hug.
All right.
For helping
Good.
those folks, and that made my day. But
You didn't get your time multiply it at $13.50 an hour to do the restaurant's job, though, did you?
No, I did not.
No,
That's
and the
a
hug,
good- yes,
and the
you're
hug
right.
is a rewarding thing. Don't get me
yes,
wrong, but
yeah. You're right on.
Sorry, Dave. I jumped in the
No.
middle of your vacay story here.
No, it was in Germany. We got laid over, and we had a little bit of time between flights, but not very much in this case. And we went to this airport restaurant, and we noticed there was this robot on wheels delivering pizza. So you were the people to be at their table, and this had a little arm or tray, and it delivered the pizza to the tables. And I thought, well, maybe that works because the waiter came and took your order to start with, right?
Mhm.
But the problem was that the waiter was over yakking with some people across the restaurant and kept looking over our way, and we never got waited on. And I thought, well, it's nice to have a robot to be able to deliver the pizza or whatever you order,
Mhm.
but you still have to have that face and that service and have somebody who shows that they care that you're there.
Mhm.
And we got up and left.
Yeah.
And we went over to the next place, how airports are, and there's another little place where we got a sandwich. And I noticed while we were there, that waiter was looking over at us in disgust because we left our table. And I thought, well, screw you, buddy. You were over there chatting and yakking, and people were waiting on you. And it's nice you have a robot to deliver it after you take the order, but you wouldn't even come take our order.
Yeah.
So you're exactly right. That could be used as a tool maybe somewhere along the line.
Yeah, there's I'm sure some needs, but you want AI to do your job?
No. I
No,
don't.
nobody else does either.
And
I mean,
it-
that's the thing is there still needs to be some. I don't know.
It-
People are what makes the world go round in a lot of ways, and good customer service and friendliness makes a lot of people's days better.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be overly deep.
No, that's fine.
When
I think
we're
it's
serving a
important.
burger, but at some point it's got to end. Somebody's still got to smile and say thank you, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's always nice to get the thank you and have a great day. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And when it's genuine, especially when they're, have a good day and thank you. I don't know. I suppose there's an AI voice that could do that, but it's not a real person, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got that taken care of.
All better.
All started with dogs and cats, but but you mentioned AI in radio. Oh, the push in radio that you can have one person do 5 different voices now. 5 different DJs in one voice. You put it into the computer and it spits out the words you just said in 5 different voices.
Well, I guess I may have AI going on up here right now.
Yeah, you got a lot of voices going on.
Yeah.
There,
Gosh,
Brian.
I didn't know I was such an advanced.
You're an advanced creature.
Wow. You should hear the arguments sometimes.
No kidding. Well, we'll get back on task here, but I think it is interesting because there are temptations in all businesses to dive into that. A lot of it, I think, is because it's hard to hire people. For some reason, with all the things that are going on in this world, everybody's having trouble having a full staff. And when you say, well, I guess I may have to replace that position with something technology-wise. So
yeah, and finding the staff is one. We do hire employees at minimum wage. We also give 14-year-olds an opportunity to start their first job, or people that haven't worked. And there is a place in the world for minimum wage. But from the time that I came here 4 short years ago, minimum wage has made a jump from $9.50 an hour to $13.50 an hour.
Yes.
We have taken several price increases on our menu. We didn't jump like that. Right. And so, the AI is, I'm sure very beneficial at creating those savings. Minimum wage goes $15 an hour, January 1st.
Yeah.
I can't charge $15 for a cheeseburger, and won't and don't want to. Not saying that, but that has really taken a toll on a lot of service industry jobs like ours.
It really has. I think that's easy to see and easy to understand because we also have to go to the grocery store and buy food for our home, and we realize the increased cost there, and you put that together in a business that serves food. That has to pay more for their products and then have a $15 an hour minimum wage. That formula means things are going to cost more, let's face it.
Absolutely. And it's the minimum wage people, it's just the bottom end. Well, no, because I have to keep separation between my advanced and skilled workers that have been there for multiple years, and so it stair steps all the way up.
It does, because those folks aren't going to be at $15 an hour, which 4 short years ago would have been very acceptable.
Yes, agreed.
It's been interesting. It's been interesting to watch this unfold because I think most people out there working deserve to be paid well when they work. But if you have to start somebody at $15 an hour and they don't have experience and they maybe haven't ever worked before, like you said, or maybe need to learn how to work, that's a pretty steep starting wage.
Yeah, it's a lot of training expenses.
Yeah, no kidding. That makes it tough.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yep.
Well, the one thing that's always steady with Runza, I believe, especially here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, is the quality of food that you get. It does cost more than it did 40 years ago, but you can go anywhere else and find the same situation because of what we just talked about. But your qualities always remain the same.
One of the reasons I'm proud to be here. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's part of who we are as Runza, and all Runzas. There's if you look in our freezer at the store there, you'll find some chicken products. You'll find our cookie dough for our cookies. You'll find our French fries. You don't find any of our hamburger. You don't find our onion rings. You don't find any product that goes into our Runzas. That's all fresh, never frozen, prepared in the store. Food.
That's the difference, right?
All the way around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
the only thing we use a microwave for is to warm up our cinnamon rolls before we hand them out.
I was just going to go
Yep.
there. It's not food also that sits under a light or
No.
Gets cooked way ahead of time and trying to guess how many people want a cheeseburger, right?
No, it is not.
Yeah. You can tell that when you get the cheeseburger because it's hot.
Yes.
And it's good and it's fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've talked about a lot of different things. What did you have on your mind this morning?
Oh, what's new at Runza? Well, since I've been here last, let's see. We have brought this is pretty popular. It is, I get in a little bit of trouble here. You know, it's getting close to bikini season, so there's a lot more salads getting sold.
Yes. Yes, we're going to be in less clothing here very soon if we weren't already this weekend.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Oh, beautiful weekend. So we did bring back one of our limited time, and that doesn't make everybody happy, but we brought our chicken bacon ranch salad back for a limited time here. Very popular salad that we'll sell as much of those as we do some of the other salads that are on there all the time during this limited time offer. We also rolled out a new milkshake. Now, I've had a chance to try it, and it is better than what I would have anticipated.
By the description of it, you mean?
It's a blueberry lemon milkshake.
Blueberry lemon?
Blueberry lemon. Blueberry lemon. Yeah. Yep.
That's kind of cross you up for a moment, doesn't it?
It does. You know, the first time I heard we were getting it, I thought, huh. But I know we're not going to roll out something that's horrible, you know. So it's like, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, better than it looks. Now, blueberries are blue, and lemons are yellow. And so, if you cross blue and yellow, what do you get?
Kind of a green. Probably.
Green. Yeah. Remember the old Ziploc commercials? Blue and yellow make green. That's how you knew it was sealed, right?
Yeah.
Well, the shake's purple.
Nice.
It turned off purple?
It's purple.
Well, that's a lot of people would find that appetizing. Purple's pretty popular. So.
Yeah, and like I said, the words don't do it justice.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's different, but good. So if we've started doing this with we've always got the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry milkshakes. Those are our staples. But since last fall, the last summer actually, we've rolled out. That fourth flavor has been kind of a floating, moving milkshake. You know, we've had the salted caramel, the pumpkin spice, the mint. We just kind of roll that over every couple months and put a fourth offering out there that kind of matches the season a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we got that going on. We're still featuring our barbecue bacon Swiss burger, which is on the menu all the time, just not up on the menu board. Been going through quite a few of those, and I'm sure we will afterwards because that's one of those things where people are like, oh, is that gone? Nope, we can still do that one.
Okay.
We still keep the ingredients in-house for that one. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, summer's always busy for you guys.
Yes. Yeah.
With all the things that are going on, and festival season's just around the corner, and people will be going here and there, and baseball and kids games and all of that. They stop by after the game and so forth. So I know you are prepared, but it's kind of a crazy time, isn't it?
Yeah, we sure ramp up in the summer quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, our lunch rushes last a little bit longer, and snacks in the afternoon, and supper gets ate a little earlier before the ball game or a little later after the ball game, like you said.
Yeah.
So
right now, what are your hours right now? Remind me again.
Our hours and we used to do a summer hour, winter hour type of deal, and all the Runzas have now gone to just steady hours year round. And so our restaurant, dining room and drive-through both open at 10:30 in the morning, and then our dining room closes at 9 in the evening, and the drive-through closes at 10.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Any questions over there, Mr. Food Expert?
I don't think so. We're probably done with the fish, right? You probably run out of the fish sandwich.
Yeah. We usually run that through the Lenten season.
Yeah.
And our supplies all ran out within a few days after that. And so we're done with fish. Soup and cinnamon rolls been gone since the 1st of April.
Mm-hmm.
It's yep.
The go-to still is really the Runza, I think. If you ask somebody I am going to go to Runza. Can I grab you something? And they don't have a menu in front of them. They go, just bring me a Runza.
We still sell a lot of
they
them.
Know
yeah.
that they know they're going to be good. And,
Yeah.
So that's nice too. And the ice creams that you have are especially good, I think. So
we go through quite a few of them too. Yeah. There's not much on our menu that doesn't get touched. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chosen. All right. Happened to be assigned the job of covering the Custer County Ag Society the other evening.
Yes.
Enjoyed that. About an hour-long meeting with a lot of things packed in there, and you're the president of the Ag Society now, and now you have a new appointment, and you're all full and ready to go, I think, for the talk about busy fairgrounds, and what that does for places like Runza is huge, but there's time to get ready to ramp things up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it's a business I've been familiar with before I came here and have some experience with. And, you can only do so much through the winter to be ready for the fair, have the fairgrounds ready, things like that. And really, as soon as you get the mower fired up for the first time, I always said it's go time.
Yeah.
When you got to start mowing, it's time to make that final push to actually have the fair. This is my first year on the Ag Society at all, and did get nominated to get into the presidency position. I did not advocate for that.
I'm sure,
but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. And so, it'll be a pretty steep learning curve for me in my first year on the board.
Yeah.
We've definitely got some. I tell people there's some changes that we want to make out there, internally, business-wise, professionally, and I want to say there's changes I see that can be made, but in no way, shape, or form is it because there's been anything wrong being done. That's one board where, you show up at a meeting in November and whoever wants to run for a position gets nominated out of the crowd. You take votes that night on a piece of paper, and you're on the Ag Society board. It is a volunteer board completely that has a lot of dynamics people would not understand unless they'd actually serve on that board. And I don't care how many fairs you've been to. That's not the thing. The fair is obviously our most important event of the year. It's why we're there. To give kids an opportunity to do something that's very, it's just a staple of a community like this, the fair, right? So we know that's our number one priority. But what else goes into it the other 51 weeks of the year?
Yes, exactly.
The fair is not a self-sustaining financial endeavor.
Not a moneymaker, that's for sure.
And so, we've got to put on a lot of other things throughout the year and charge some rent here and charge rent there and produce this and do that to try to put some money in our coffers to make sure we can stay afloat and run the fair and keep the grounds up. They're not getting any younger. Those buildings are not repairing themselves. So there's just a lot of other things that go into it throughout the year. And I've got a great group of board members, very diverse board that has the right things in mind, but different ideas. And so I think those are the types of things that makes a board successful. There's no yes men on that board. It's let's talk about it, discuss it, get it right.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good.
For sure.
Yeah, a think tank, if they're all thinking the same, isn't very productive.
No.
So
No.
I think that's good. And I wish, without too much detail, I wish because I know everybody's concerned about how certain cutbacks in our government are going to affect certain things, but this seems to me like over the years, with all of the chatter nowadays, the fairs in communities of this size have always had to really scrape for any real government funding. I mean, you get some.
We do,
but and appreciated. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But it seems like as good as the fare is for kids and families and things, you think maybe we could squeeze a little bit more out of it, but it just isn't happening. So.
And yeah, it isn't happening. And that's, nobody. I'm sure nobody walks into, the assessor's office and say, I just don't really feel like I paid enough in taxes this year, right?
No, I don't think you get that ever.
And so we're, everybody on that board, we pay our taxes, and we're very appreciative of what we get. But I also agree that, if you get your tax statement out and look at all the zeros, and you've got decimal 0000.
Yes.
And then there's a number, and that's what goes to the Ag Society.
Yeah.
Again, extremely appreciative, but we're not I wouldn't say that we're a milker of your tax dollars.
No, you're not.
By any means. If we could get that number to just move one decimal over,
it'd make a big deal with, yeah. Well, and on the county board's behalf, they only have so many tax dollars coming in. So
absolutely,
I just wish maybe even at a federal level, for all the things they spend money on, wouldn't it be nice if they said, rural America could use a little help with some of these things, and have some money funneling a little bit better towards things that
are staples.
Staples. Yeah,
staples.
Right.
Absolute staples. And what I've seen, I've been to a lot of different county fairs over the years in different capacities, and there's a few counties that have taken a little bit of a plunge and invested into, especially the infrastructure of their fairgrounds. What's more common, though, is most of these fairgrounds were built, most of them were built in the 40s and into the early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the age of a lot of the buildings, not just at our fairgrounds, but at a lot of them. And, we're getting out to 75 years on those, and it shows.
Yeah.
And again, it's not just a Custer County situation. It's a lot of counties like that. And so, at some point as a community, we need to decide which way to go.
Yeah.
And I think the answer for everybody is to always have a county fair, as long as there's kids willing and wanting to do it and putting in the effort. But at some point, we're going to have to make sure that they have the right place to have the fair too.
Mm-hmm. Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking about that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue on and do our thing, Brent. What are we going to talk about next? We're doing necks today, Ryan. We're doing songs about necks, and I realized when I punched in neck on the rock side, there were no neck songs for rock, but there was a lot for country, and it's all about redneck.
Redneck, yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And now I may have even forgotten which one I played because there's so many here. I don't think I've played this one. It's called Just Like a Redneck from Shannon Larson.
rebounds. Nikola Jokic adds 27. The Colorado Rockies have announced they fired manager Bud Black. The Rockies right now 7-33 on the year. I'm Martin Weiss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A red flag warning begins at 11 a.m. today and remains in effect until 9 p.m. tonight. Ample sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 87. Winds out of the south 15 to 20 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lows dip down to about 54. Ample sunshine expected tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 88. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
BD is made for today, tomorrow, and for what's needed next. They're advancing the world of health as one of the largest global medical technology companies in the world, supporting the heroes on the front lines of healthcare. BD, with locations in Broken Bow and across the world.
It's already 67 degrees outside, folks, under a sunny sky, and those winds out of the south are going to continue at 10 to 15, maybe 20 miles per hour today. So the red flag warning is up because of those conditions. Humidities are going to get down in the 20 percentile later today. So with the wind, sun, and the warm temperatures, we do need to be very, very careful. Yesterday's high was 86 here at the station with an overnight low of 48. Only 3,400s all of this month here, and much the same across our listening area. Might have a little more, a little less, but not a lot. So be careful, please, out there today. Well, we've had a great conversation today with Runza and Mr. Palmer. Thanks so much. Look forward to having you back. Mo is here from Ideal Realty, and we're going to get her in. Before we close the show, too, we're going to give you a chance to text in and get registered for a chance to win those great beef prizes that we've been telling you about. So keep it right here to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. It's neck day, and all we could find about necks was red necks. So let's continue.
Of yours isn't quite smart enough to tell you that it needs a tune-up. That's why Taylor Heating and Cooling's technicians are there for you. Getting a tune-up now gives you peace of mind and helps you avoid making a frantic call when your system breaks down. You can also save on energy costs and reliability and catch small issues before they become a major problem. Contact your local technicians, Taylor Heating and Cooling, at 872-6196. That's 872-6196 for Taylor Heating and Cooling.
10 minutes past the hour. Good to have you folks along, and it's also good to have another great guest in the studio. Ideal Realty, LLC. Mo is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's things in the real estate business? What's going on?
It's hopping.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it actually is good. I brought sheets to talk about new listings. I've had about 4 closings in the last 2 weeks, so...
Good.
Yeah, it's going again. It's spring.
It's spring, early summer.
Yeah.
And a great time to make that move.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great time to list your house. We have lots of buyers still. Like I said, I got a couple listings, and actually 2 of them are acreages.
Oh, very popular.
Very popular. Very excited. So 421 South N Street. So this is on the south side of Broken Bow. It's got 1.23 acres, 2-stall garage with carports on each side. So 4 available if you've got toys or vehicles. Great property. Fenced in backyard. It's got a chicken coop and a tough shed back there. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on the main level. And then in the basement, it has 2 non-conforming bedrooms and a full bath. Huge family room, underground sprinklers in the front and the sides, and everything's it's move-in ready. Nice front porch, nice place to sit, nice view, nice back deck. So really, really nice property. They have it listed at $327,000. It's a 1970 ranch style.
I don't think that one will last very long.
I don't think so. I just listed it last week, and I've already had about 4 showings, so I don't think that'll last long. Then I have a new listing, 722 North 9th Street. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Lots of plants and flowers, covered porch area with a fireplace there, a smoker, homemade smoker in the back. If I tell you whose house it is, you'll know all this. Do you have any idea yet?
Not yet.
It's Orville and Judy's.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
I put a gardener's dream. Judy loves all different kinds of trees and flowers and bushes, and so she's got a pond.
Yes.
And there's goldfish in it.
There are fish in there.
Mm-hmm. It has a huge garage out back with its own bathroom. They have the canning kitchen out there. So there's a stove and fridge. They're going to stay back there. Lots of tile. Well done tile in this house.
And lots of nice wood in there.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. They call it the great room. I think we put it as a family room because we don't have that on our website. But beautiful wood, fireplace. Got a whole house fan. Just beautiful property, great location. You're right there by the schools, close to Melham, swimming pool, hospital.
As I remember, the basement is because I think Orville, probably knowing him, dug that out with a bucket. I mean, the guy could do anything by himself. But,
yes.
But expanded the basement, as I remember, pretty tall walls down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a basement at all.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
So very, very nice property. And that one's listed at $225,000. I have another unique property. It's on the market again, 534 North 11th Street. This is the metal building that was converted into living space. It was actually Terry Glaze is who I sold it for before.
You mentioned that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's a 30 by 40 building, got 2 garage doors in the back. It's fenced in. Just a really nice property. It's got a tankless water heater in it, 3 window units, and it does have a furnace in it, and window AC. It's got a bathroom in it, laundry.
Wow.
So unique property, but it's listed $82,000. And then my This is actually Marion Chesley's listing. South of Broken Bow, about 7 minutes. It's a 2009 home. It's not on the website yet. She's going to put it on today. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 2-car attached garage, underground sprinklers, got great views. What else I can say about it? How many acres? She said 10 acres.
10, wow.
That's what she told me today. So look at that. Yeah, it looks like a really nice property. So that'll be on the website today.
Okay. Are there any, seems like in high demand but in short supply, acreages close to town, just with even no construction on them that people can build on? I think a lot of people are looking for that.
They are. We do have the Eagle Crest, and those are nice, really nice size lots.
Yeah.
You saw the streets are going in.
Yeah.
They look wonderful.
Now you can visualize what we're going to be having there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's coming together. Really gonna look nice up there. Great place to build, and I do talk to people. They want acreages like the one Marion's listing. She says 7 minutes to Broken Bow. That's
that'd be
really,
nice.
really, really nice. It's just they kind of get, well, I don't want to be, the acreage I have is, you're still going to have a few neighbors, but you do have an acre, to have your chickens, have your whatever. I think some people forget you got kids and they're in everything. And you get 15, 20 miles out of town, then they're calling me going, I wish I'd have never bought this.
Well, there's a certain distance that fits,
You got to remember.
5 minutes, 10 minutes into town's not too bad, but when you're talking 15 to 20, and
when your kids are in everything, it gets tougher, and then you kind of start second guessing your decision. But I would say anywhere 5 to 10 minutes. Usually people are. That's doable. You can get in and out of town, and even 10 minutes though, you start making lists. I only live 5 minutes from town. I start making lists on my phone because I get tired of going back home.
Yeah. Or you do, you have to make that extra trip, or take 2 cars to town.
Yep.
All of that. But it's worth it because you're living in the country.
And it depends. Kids are in activities, but sometimes, hey, my kids are 4-H kids. Well, then it doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
You want that extra. You want that extra land because you want cattle and you want bigger animals.
Yeah, 4-H, FFA, and all of that. Yeah.
So sometimes you do want to live further out, depending on what your family is.
Yeah.
What their hobbies are, what they're working towards.
I think people understand that. I think the part you said about some people, and I'm just saying some people, don't want to live in a neighborhood where they walk out of the driveway and their neighbors walking out of their driveway side by side. Now, other people, that's great. They love the community part of it. So
correct.
You kind of have to know what you're going to be happy with, and it doesn't take much space around your house to make it to you don't feel like you're too close to your neighbors. So.
Right. Yeah. Everybody has a different perception of that for sure. And it depends on whether you got people like my husband that just wants to walk around and no one's right there talking to me. But that's how we grew up.
Yeah, and you go out in your T-shirt and your underwear. Nobody cares, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of nice.
And that's how we both grew up. And there wasn't anyone near our home, so I mean we like that, and we're isolated, but we're not where we're at. So we definitely bought location.
Yeah. Now I know that Brent's happy. He's moved into our neighborhood, and
absolutely.
I don't feel like he's too close to us at all. Kind of catty corner across the street there, and there's enough space there.
Yes.
Some days probably not enough though. Huh?
I'm making
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I'm making sure our shades are pulled a lot more than I ever did, but other than that, yeah, it's great.
Well, I shouldn't have sit out on the porch that one day with binoculars. I just shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, right across the street.
Right across the street.
There's Dave.
Oh, gosh.
Just keeping an eye on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, good neighborhood watch.
Yes. Yep.
I was just trying to see what type of insecticide you were using on the bugs.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a neighbor? You know, we finally put in a Ring doorbell. We're Mike and I are so behind everybody else in technology. We finally put up a Ring doorbell, and it's talking about your neighborhood watch for the Ring.
Yeah, sure.
And so you guys could do something like that.
Oh, uh-huh.
So you could really connect.
Hey, you could see your place. I could see mine inside and out.
Yeah, we could share the video, share the app or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, Mo, I think I'm down to the point in life where it's either going to be a relative or one of my two friends that's coming over to my house. They just walk in.
Yeah.
Use the doorbell.
Yeah. Well, I did. So I figured out the first thing. I have a hanging banner, and it's a long banner. Well, the wind came up. My phone was going off every 10 minutes because the banner was going in front of the Ring.
Yeah. UPS
the banner's gone.
FedEx comes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is nice to know that the packages are there and that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sees out towards Mike's shop, which is kind of
That's good.
That's more the point for us.
Yeah.
And that is one thing about living in acreage.
Yes, very much so.
You don't know who's coming in, and now we have Ring doorbells. Now, back in the day, my dad was really good at looking at tire tracks.
Oh yeah.
Who came in the yard?
Oh.
He saw the tire tracks. Now, whether he really did or he's trying to get one of us to fess up a friend was there, I don't know.
That's an F10 Ford for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. We were looking at tire tracks.
Well, that worked, I guess. What are people right now who are thinking about selling? Where are they at? We're talking late spring here now, going into summer. We have until late fall to have good moving.
Right.
So still okay if they sit down with the family, decide we want to move to a newer, bigger place or smaller place, they can still get it all done?
Yes, it's still a good time. It's only May. May and June are really hot months. July will slow down a little bit, but it ramps right back up for the fall. So you still got plenty of time if you want to list.
Okay. And with your listing, we probably don't talk about this enough. You talked about the website, and I know you're integrated with other groups and so forth. So when somebody lists with you, what all do they get?
We're on a multiple listing service, so you're on the Realtor and Zillow and Trulia, and of course our website. I think we get a lot of compliments on our pictures. We try to do really good shots where you get the picture of the whole bathroom, so you get an idea of where everything's situated. Kitchens, I take tons of pictures of kitchens. But you're on the website. We do Live Valley Shopper. We talk about your listing here, Facebook, all the social media we can. Just try to get your house there as much as we can. But really everybody's looking on websites. So your biggest bang for your buck with us is being on all the national websites.
Okay. All right.
How many properties have you sold just based on the pictures? Just on what they see on the website. Have you done? I assume you've done a few
during COVID
like that. Well, sure, yeah.
We did sell. I mean, people were pretty much making offers on pictures and videos.
Yeah.
And
well, if nothing else, it's a good way to see kind of a preview and then decide whether that's something that of interest
if it interests you or not. It is tough sometimes with the pictures. You're trying to get a whole picture.
Sure.
It's a huge living room, and I had somebody tell me the other day, "Oh, this living room's way bigger than I thought in your picture." And I'm like, "Well, some people are super visual. I am super visual." So I get what that person was saying because I am very visual. We do have the dimensions.
I was
going
to say, yeah, right.
I mean, if you look at the dimension and maybe if you're a visual person, grab a measuring tape.
That's what you'd have to do.
And say, "Oh, that's how big that is."
But I remember the days of the open house.
Oh, yes.
Right? I mean,
yes.
when you had a new listing, every new listing had an open house. But
But now you can do the virtual tour just through the website, and
Yeah, we're still, open houses are kind of coming back a little bit.
Are they?
A little, in bigger cities, the reason for an open house is to get more buyers.
Oh, of course.
That was the reasoning, was to meet people and, you're looking here. I'll give you my card, give me your information. Now I got another buyer.
Yeah.
So really, as much as sellers think it's for them, it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
It was for the agent.
Yeah, of course. Well, to have nibbles from everywhere, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why they started. Was for the agents. But I mean, not that it doesn't help a seller. You just don't you usually don't get your buyer from an open house.
Yeah.
In 15 years of this, I think I could probably count on one hand.
Yeah. And that's not what they depict on, and it's probably different in other places, but they have all the fix-up and rollover house shows where they fix it up and they show it, and 2 days later they sell it, and that I suppose that's true, but maybe
workmanship.
not so much here.
I just what I hear. You hear if you read the after stories on some of these that they're so quick, the workmanship's terrible.
Well, yeah, you'd think when they're under this deadline.
Yeah, some of that stuff, your glue don't dry in, an hour. You know what I mean? It's like you can't. No, having, help in construction for many years.
It's not going to be like Orville's tiles. I'll
right.
tell you that right now.
No.
Yeah.
Because you do a good job. If you do a really good job, it's going to take some time. So, yeah, Mike and I did our flip house a few years back, and I had a niece that said I should have videoed it. So we could have been like Chip and Joanna.
Yeah.
And I said, there ain't no Chip and Joanna in there. We'd had to bleep quite a few times. And, when Joanna does her vision and Chip goes, yes, dear, and runs and does it, that does not happen in our...
That's not real.
That's not real. No way.
No way.
No, my husband doesn't go, that's a great vision, and that's going to take me twice the time. I love it, and I can't wait to do it. No.
And maybe Michael said, that's such a great idea. Why don't we just knock off for a little bit, and I'll take you out and buy you some lunch.
Right.
That probably doesn't happen that often either.
Not that often.
I understand.
Not that often.
Everybody out there understands.
Yeah, that shows. No. I want to be there to watch the behind the scenes.
Yes. See how it's done. All right. Thank you so much.
Yep.
I hope that it continues to be a lively market for you. And you have been closing houses, and you have these really nice listings going right now. And I'm sure you'll take some more if people out there are thinking about selling.
Oh, absolutely. Get a hold of me. Go Ideal Realty.
All right. Very good. Now, before you go, I have to ask a favor.
Sure.
We have the text entries going to come in here on our beef giveaway. We're going to give away a quarter of beef and a freezer to put it in, and some delicious barbecue sauce, homemade barbecue. Well, it's actually local barbecue sauce called Bearded
Seasoning.
Hog. Seasoning, yeah. I'm sorry. Thank you. And so we're going to ask a question today, and then we're going to ask people to text in their answers. I'm just curious about yours, because this is what we're going to be asking with beef.
Sure.
Now, we all know that most people love to eat hamburger and steaks and roasts and those sorts of things. But there are parts of the cow, the steer or whatever, that some people will eat and some people will not.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
So if you were going to text in, and we ask you to text in, would you eat, for instance, I would not eat a tongue. I would not eat a liver. Is there anything that you wouldn't eat?
Liver.
I've
had tongue.
You have?
Yeah, it tastes like roast beef.
Really?
Just tastes like a roast beef roast.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had tongue.
I've never had tongue. Nope.
It's actually really good, you
My
guys.
answer would be liver.
Liver?
Because I've tried liver, and
me too. Oh.
I don't know. And some will come back and say, well, how was it prepared?
With as many onions as possible.
Yeah, right.
Because it's gross.
Yeah. But I've never tried tongue. But I have liver, so that would be my answer.
Yeah, okay.
Liver.
Yeah, I've
had mountain oysters. I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, mountain oysters are
oxtail.
good. You have?
Sure.
I've never tried
even
that.
thought of that
No.
one. Heart. Have you ever had heart?
Yeah, heart would probably be number 2 for me, but I do that before liver. Oof.
Okay. I got a lot of good out of you there. You know more about cow parts than I thought.
Well, farm girl.
Oh, that's right.
Mo's an open book.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to open up the text line here. And let me find the number again to make sure you folks out there know where you need to call. It's 308-870-0333. 308-870-0333. Let us know what you wouldn't eat or maybe what you would eat. This is kind of an open category. But most importantly, put your phone number and your name on the text. I guess we'll have the phone number when you send it in, but your name for sure, first and last, please. And the number again is 870-0333, starting right now. You have plenty of time to text in to close the show to get registered to win those great beef prizes.
close and you
Hold on tight.
It's a redneckin' love-making night.
I'm not going to dedicate that to anyone. I was going to, but I don't think I better.
Probably best you don't. Best friend a song ever had.
There you go.
That's what they said about Conway.
Well, I guess so. But that concludes the texting, so please discontinue texting. That was your chance for today. I think we'll do with that again on Wednesday, give you a chance to text in and get yourself registered for those great beef prizes. We do have the freezer out here at the station with the quarter beef in it and the spice on top. So if you want to look at it. But it's a nice little size freezer.
It is very
fit in
nice.
the corner there.
Yeah.
Plus, the second and third place will get a 8-pound prime rib.
Yeah.
And a bottle of that special flavor to put on it, locally made. So that takes care of that. Anything else on your mind? You got track tomorrow?
We do, yeah. Big week for us. It's District Track Week. So tomorrow we're going to be in Aurora at the B5 District Competition. We'll follow the Broken Bow athletes as they try to qualify for the state meet coming up later this month in Omaha. So we'll be in Aurora for you tomorrow, and we'll have live updates for you throughout the day, hourly updates, keeping you up to date on results and who's qualified. And so we'll do that for you tomorrow. The reports will be on KBBN 95.3 FM. And then on Wednesday, we plan to go to Burwell live for the district meet there. It was one of those situations this year where the NSAA took our area teams that we cover and split them about right in half.
Those devils!
Half went to Sutherland and half are going to Burwell. So we're going to set up live at Burwell is the plan, but we'll also try to keep you up to date with what's happening at the district in Sutherland as well. Thanks to technology, we've been told that they'll be doing some live stuff through the web, so we should be able to keep you up to date on both meets on Wednesday in Class D. So that's where we'll be live, and then we have a couple of schools that will be competing in Class C on Thursday, and so we'll watch that for you and report on Friday. And then, man, next week I guess we're in Omaha.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is kind of.
Going to be a crazy good time, folks. Thanks a lot for listening today. Appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 7:30.